Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Good evening, you guys.
So, I just scared the crap out of Cindy.
Yes. Oh, he's good at it.
Yeah, I was showing her a classic movie, The Mist, for you guys that haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh, it was so difficult to watch. I had to go to a happy place.
It was about a dimensional merger. Kind of like the military opening up CERN, and all of a sudden there's another world upon our world. And it wasn't a nice world.
No, it was really biblical.
Very biblical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the scariest thing in the movie was, well, we'll leave it up for you guys to discover. So, meanwhile, we have 9/11 outages reported nationwide. That's huge. 9/11 outages reported nationwide. You know, tomorrow when you wake up, it's going to be the 29th. There's 30 days in September, right? So we have 2 more days in September, and then we have 31 in October, and then 2 more before election night. So we have like 35 more days potentially of the new norm existence before absolute chaos comes in.
And it's strange. My mom worked dispatch for many, many years, and out of all of those years, I don't think they had one dispatch. I don't think they had one 911 outage.
Law enforcement agencies across the country reported 9/11 outages Monday night, with many being restored in about an hour. After 7 p.m. Eastern Time, several law enforcement agencies across Minnesota, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Nevada said their 9/11 systems were not functional. Most of the agencies released updates saying the system was restored by 8:15 p.m., and that's Eastern Daylight Time. Not immediately clear if the outages were related to a Microsoft system issue reported on Monday. Microsoft's status page for its cloud services said any user may experience access problems from Microsoft 365 services. Minnesota Department of Public Safety's Emergency Communications Board tweeted it was in contact with CenturyLink, a telecommunications company, to diagnose the cause of multi-state outage. The post included a link to 24-hour 10-digit non-emergency numbers for each county. The board tweeted at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time that the state's 9/11 service was restored, adding CenturyLink will determine the outage timeline and how many calls were affected. Guys, when we look at it and we look at the geomagnetic activity, last 2 days has been a little bit higher than what we've been seeing in quite a while. You look at the KP index there, and you see we were at level 6 yesterday on the 28th and level 5 on the 29th. The last info that we have, we're at level 4 there. In these times, it doesn't take that much to really affect things because the magnetosphere is in decline, and we've been talking about this. But there's a whole other thing to look at with this, and that's the fact that, who's reporting outages? Well, 9/11 services. Who else? Microsoft. Who is Microsoft? Well, BG. BG. There's an agenda there, guys. There's a major agenda there. And it's all about shifting the power. It's all about bringing in what Papa Bush said way back in the 90s, the NWO. So it's all about bringing out through chaos. And, they even put this stuff on dollar bills. Ordo ab, chaos. Chaos. And they have a lot in store for us coming up. And things are going to get very, very crazy shortly. So again, as we've been stressing, the message is to brace yourselves, get ready. Things are changing, and they won't go back. The old normal's gone. And so what we have right now is we have the birth pains of what's going to come, and we are going to be tried and tested. And so don't ever give up. And that's the message in that movie. Don't ever give up, not to the last breath. Keep fighting and stay as prepared as you can and be ready for whatever comes.
Don't quit just before the miracle.
Yeah, don't quit just before the miracle. There's going to be a lot of scary times ahead. There's going to be a lot of trying times. But these are the times that are going to truly test our souls. They're going to test who we are, and they're going to test how we're going to react to chaos. and uncertainty. If you go back a few years, just a few years ago, pre-eclipse, pre-2017, all our issues back then looked so trivial compared to now. Now, once we get into the new year, and even just after November 3rd, it's going to look like, the lockdown was trivial, in effect. Things are going to an all-new level.
They are. So, the message is always, and I'll continue to push it, is to raise your vibration. Be the best person you can possibly be.
And we know, the powers that be, the dark side's going to come at us with everything they have. And so we must be strong. We must show what we're made of, and we must pull together, and we must work together and come together as much as we possibly can, because the only reason that the few can control the many is simply because they have us divided.
And they do. So everybody, take care where you're at. Look after your loved ones. Just have your information ready, because people will come to you for information.
As always, guys, thanks for your support on Patreon and Ko-Fi. We couldn't do it without you. And we'll be here with you until, everything goes down. And then, we're going to be working on our own. And we're going to be working locally. And truly, we're going to be tested in these times. So hang on tight and show what you got.
God bless and namaste.
Namaste.